Stupid anime tropes. Let's hate something.
And first I want to start out with the one I hate the most. Like, if you're someone that's into this, unsubscribe from my channel right now. You should be locked up in an Alcatraz prison, have the key thrown away, and
shit.
stay there the rest of your life. And I'm talking about...
I'm afraid that maybe I'm gonna like
none
it.
other than the
Sorry if I no, this one I don't like
maybe
it.
like Tommy. I watch.
Terrible timing. No, this one I don't like it.
And I don't even know what a lolly means. And if that's the case, good job. I pat you on the head for being an upstanding citizen. But let me just ruin your day real quick by giving you the definition of what a lolly is. A lolly is a female in anime that has a childlike appearance when they are actually not underage.
Yes, they like 13,000 years old.
This definition are childlike. Here's an example from an anime that's known for having the best animation in the world, 7 Deadly Sins. How old do you think this girl right here is? Most of you
of course, 700.
probably guess without knowing her at first, 7 or 8, 8 or 9, maybe 10 or 11, but that's really pushing it. That girl right there.
She's 65 million years old. She's like... She knows Tyrannosaurus, she knows Triceratops, she knows every dinosaur. Okay, 1,000 years,
yes, you
not
did not
that old.
mishear me. She is 1,000
One day they're gonna make a lolly that's so old that she saw dinosaurs.
years old. Tell me in what type of world where a girl looks like this and is 1,000 years old. That is a child! She looks like her first day of 2nd grade is tomorrow morning. Does no one in their team sit them down and tell
but she's
them,
wise.
okay, this
because
might be a little weird. She
she's
clearly
old.
has the body of an 8-year-old, even though she's 1,000 years old. So maybe we should think of changing it to something more mature. Get the fuck off the team. You know how we like them. You know how we like them looking. We like them looking young. The worst part 2 in 7 Deadly Sins is when she ends up with Bond in the show. Because Bond is someone who is 34 years old, 6'11", and straight up looks like a full-grown man who could play in the NBA full-time.
He's immortal, and yet he's younger than her.
So how does this man end up with a girl who looks like she just learned her multiplication tables? And when I say the photos of them together are scary, they are. Like this, like this, like this.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
Out of all of them, like this. Is she? No. Oh yeah, that's definitely...
But if you think about it, she is being weird. She is the real pedophile here, because this guy is younger. So, let's say this. This guy was a kid and she was already old. So, following that logic, she's the pedophile. She's the real pedophile.
I repeat, that nigga
She's the real sex offender because this guy's way younger than her.
There is no denying the fact that he is a sex offender. You're not slick, Bond. The worst part about this whole scenario is that technically she's the offender in this scenario. Because Elaine in the show herself is 1,000 years old.
Yes, yes, that's my point.
At least make it make some type of sense. But it's
yeah,
not
poor
just
guy. He needs to find the police.
That was one single example.
Yes, Bun is being exploited.
Like this where they use the same trope. And before the weirdo Discord mods come
Fight
in my
for
comment section talking about
Tommy, this is drawing,
let's save Bun.
He's over the age of 18. Why are you so worried?
Bruh. Y'all know damn well that they're just making them these ages so they can pass as not sexualizing kids, right? Of course the creators wouldn't label them as 8 years old and put them in the most sexual positions ever. That's a one-way ticket to prison. I swear not even R. Kelly was that stupid. But if you're really trying to defend this with all your heart, we already know how you look like. You're probably a Redditor, Discord mod. Maybe you play Genshin Impact. No, scratch that. You definitely play Genshin Impact.
Man, I have to play Genshin Impact in mute.
Burrito crumbs
because when you put the Japanese dub, nobody can hear that.
Your shirt, body
it's not
in
good.
the back of your room, and you either look like
it's not a safe dub,
or like
let's say this. It's not a safe dub.
The point of lollies in anime without looking like one of those things. It's just really fucking weird that so many mangas to this day still do this, and so many people will go out and either buy the mangas or just watch the animes. Do you not feel shame? Do you not feel disgusted? Anyways, the next trouble I want to talk about, I'm gonna call it a little something like explaining the ability at the stupidest time ever. Now, in nearly every anime that has some type of power system and fights in it, there's always a multitude of different characters with skills only they can use. It's bound that they'll end up fighting each other eventually. But what I don't like about these fights is when in the middle of the fight between two people,
they talk.
Just stops
yes.
to explain their ability and everything they can do to that opponent.
Sorry,
giving them a
I have to say this.
lesson on their ability and what they can do. Like, I get that you...
I like it. Sorry. But I like it. I like the talking. Sorry, I like it.
So they understand how it works, but that is not the best way to do it. Sometimes they'll straight up tell the opponent everything they're about to do to them and what they're gonna do to them, and the opponent will still lose. Like, bruh, how dumb are you? Can you imagine if the same scenario happened in real life? Like, imagine two countries are at a war, and one of the countries just explains like where they're going to bomb and attack the enemy at this certain type of place, and the enemy still loses. I'm not gonna lie to you, that'd be a different level of disrespect. Anyways, the next trouble.
But yeah, but this is real. That's why this is powerful, because the guy doesn't care. He's like, I'm so fucking powerful that I'm gonna tell you my plan. And that's
I want
it.
to move on to is from romance animes. In general,
Okay,
I
my
just really
favorite.
fucking
I
hate
love romance.
animes. I genuinely can't stand them.
You know why I love romance? Because I don't have it in my life, so I have to fantasize it.
And that's because 99% of the time, it's always the same thing. Some shy kid who has no friends sits in the corner of the classroom away from everyone.
It's
Sits
me,
at the
literally
lunch
me.
table alone every day. Then ends up meeting the super hot girl who then
No, that's
falls
not
for-
me
like, bro,
anymore.
I did the same thing in school and I didn't get any bitches. What's the difference between me and him? And to this day, there are a bunch of animes that still use the same trope. And I already know what people are gonna say. But Tommy, that's not every romance anime. You just gotta find another one to watch. Well, obviously it's not
Yeah, we need to see a Chad.
actually every
We need to see a
romance
Chad,
anime,
a
but
real
it's
Sigma.
always the ones that are trending and the most popular all of the time. Then there's also the thing in these animes where the characters themselves end up in the most crazy sexual positions ever in the show. I'm talking
Makoto.
69er, reverse fangirl, can girl, anything you can really
Man,
think of. And then they'll
Makoto from School Days, that guy, he comes, he revolves to a child, like a beta to a
talk
super
like friends,
giga
the next
Chad.
episode like nothing happened. These
threesome.
romance main characters in these animes are better than me is all I'm saying. You wouldn't want a nigga like me in the positions they were at. Then to top it all off, the people who make romance animes extend the stories extra long for no reason. How long does it really take to ask a girl out on a date? If you ask a person who's making a
1,000
romance
years.
anime, he'll tell you about 3 to 5 years of the story. One example of a romance anime like this is something called Rent a Girlfriend. So many people have complained about
Man, I don't think this is a real romance anime. Okay, there is romance there, but I don't feel like this is a romance. This is an anime about prostitutes and using our money to buy people and exploit a lot of girls, and but not have sex with them, just exploit their time. And this is a beautiful story.
how much the creator has extended the story itself. The whole point of Rent a Girlfriend is that this complete loser who's so down bad downloads an app to find girlfriends. He has this girl that he really likes, and the girl also likes him back, but they never get with each other as usual in every romance anime. And to top it all off in this, he has like 5 other options to date, and he
Yes.
never gets a single one of them. Like, how do you fumble this badly, my nigga? You have 5 fucking options, bro. Just pick one and move on. And even one of my friends who
Yeah,
started reading...
this is like when you're trying to find a food. You don't know what you want, you know? Sometimes you want everything, but yeah.
This told me he thought it was
Yeah,
right at
sometimes you
5
want
times
everything.
when it actually didn't. Like, they'll bait the hell out of them about to get together, and then something comes up that completely stops them from not getting together randomly. The manga itself right now is on its 254th chapter, which is pretty much the equivalent of One Piece for romance animes. And I
Yeah,
think
this
we all-
guy, the guy who made that manga, he said that he wants to make the story for like forever. He doesn't want to end it. So the manga is gonna be forever, and it's gonna be a Pokemon romance. So the guy's gonna be the same at the same age, like 20 years in the future, and he's gonna be the same age, and he's not gonna win the girl like Ash trying to win the championship. So yeah, this is the Pokemon of
I don't
romance.
know why it's going so long.
So
These
we
creators
like it,
to milk the hell
I
out of
think.
it for every single penny they can get before it ends. If we're being honest, damn near half of these romance stories could have ended 5 times faster than they do. But hey, I can't really blame the creators for chasing a bag. I would do the same thing, to be honest. You're telling me all I gotta do is make it seem like they're about to get together every once in a while, and right before they do, add something stupid to stop them and extend the story? That's free money at that point. And the thing is,
Yeah,
people are really
yeah,
hooked on
the
these
guy's
stories,
getting a
even
lot
though
of
they
money
know it's
doing
never
this.
going to end. I wouldn't be surprised if
And
Rent a
people
Girlfriend is still going.
and people still watch it. That's the thing. People, even though we all know that's stupid, but we all watch it. And I'm so excited for season 5. I don't know what season is the next one, but I'm gonna still watch it. I don't care.
When I'm like 60 years old.
I'm
Anyways,
stupid
moving
enough
on
to
the
watch
next
it
trope,
again.
Something I think a lot of my audience can relate to: the fatherless main character. It
Oh,
feels
those-
like in
this
every
one is a
anime,
real trope.
especially in the older shonen ones, the main character is either born without a father figure in their life, or the
Man, this
father's
is
just
this is so hard. When I see a character who has both parents alive, I don't like the show because I'm thinking like I this is not real anymore. This is not a real anime anymore. Wait, you have a really healthy family with everybody alive? No, that's not. This is not an anime. This is fake. This is not reality.
not in their life in general. Which
That's how
never
I feel when I
understood,
watch
to be
it.
honest. Like, what's up with every anime dad and just not being in
Yeah.
their son's life? It's not like the animes are based off Detroit or Chicago. Then I would understand the characters having no father. But it's just the case in nearly every random anime for some reason. And at the rare circumstances
Gene
that
is the
dad
best
actually in
dad.
the character's life for once, they turn out to be the most deadbeat people in the fucking world. Yeah, I'm looking at
This is the best dad ever because he says he's like to his child, you need to face countless death, almost near death situations to find me, and I'm still not gonna care about you. That's that's a fucking Yeah, this guy's a douche, and we love
Now
him.
you, Jing. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Dio's dad.
And
I don't
Luffy's
even remember
dad.
your name, nigga.
What about
Anyways, the
Luffy's dad? He doesn't care about his
next
son
we
too.
like to call is the useless female character. I'm talking about that typical shonen anime shit. When they set up the female character to be extra strong, train every single day to master their powers, learn every single ability in the book, psychoanalyze every enemy to ensure that their win is guaranteed, and at that point I'm like, okay, I'm ready to see this girl whoop somebody's ass with all of these abilities she's mastered. And then the creators just go like, alright, we set her up to be this powerful. She has all these abilities. You know what? Give that bitch a healing power real quick and make sure she forgets everything she learned. Wait, huh? Like,
Sakura?
bro, what happened? Then to top it all off, when they do actually get in a fight, they end up
Yes,
losing.
she's support, and I have to say this: Sakura. When you put at the end of Naruto, when you put Sakura, Naruto, and Sasuke together, and it's like, oh, they're together and the most powerful people together, and they're gonna beat the enemy, and everybody was like, get Sakura out of there. She's not at the same level as Naruto or Sasuke, and she will never be. Never. How can you explain to me that Sakura is at the same level as Naruto and Sasuke? Like, they're like gods at this point. And she can't be compared to them. Sorry. They're like gods.
Losing the fight they get in, and the main character just swoops in to save the day.
If you
like
try to make Sakura stronger, please, you should have done it before. Not now.
Prince
Now I
Charming.
don't care.
And I think we all know which character fits in this exact category without me really having to say it. Sakura. Every time
Yes.
Sakura yelled for Naruto, I just wanted to punch my monitor. Because the thing is, we know Sakura is strong. This is the same girl who trained with Tsunade and got her ass whooped so she could become stronger. But of course, they had to give
Not at
Naruto
the
his
same
character
level.
development. So anytime she didn't have the upper hand
Yeah.
in a fight, she just yelled for him. There were rare times where she did actually use her strength in the show. I cannot deny that. But I can count those amount of times on my fingertips. Now, luckily, there's good
I
news
think she
on this.
has
It has
one
gotten
good
better in
fight.
newer animes and
When she fights Sasori, I think that fight is good, and that fight. To be honest, that fight was really good. She has a really good fight there. But that's what I think. That's the only good fight. You can't say to me that Sakura versus Ino is good. That is garbage.
stories.
So
Like, I know
she has
Jujutsu
one-
Kaisen has
one
fire-ass
good
female
fight,
characters that are
sorry.
strong as shit. But man, in all of those old shonen animes and all the animes in general, it was always like this. You can look back at every single old shonen anime and I guarantee it's like that. Anyways, the next trope we
Yes,
got is when
that's
they
true.
tease someone's death in the anime and it just doesn't happen. This happens so much at this point, I really don't get surprised. It's when in the story, they pretty much save someone on the brink of death because of plot. Like, they'll be damn near a lifeless corpse. Every single one of their vital organs is destroyed. They have no heart rate or no pulse. And all
Like
of a sudden, they get
Kakashi.
saved by some miraculous way, which makes no sense. The main culprit of this, I would say, is the most popular series in the world in general, One Piece. Now, y'all know I love One Piece. It's still one of my favorite anime and mangas
Yes,
of all
One
time.
Piece is
But
one of the
holy
best
shit,
anime
the amount
of all
times
time.
One Piece does this in the story is kind of insane. An example of this I can remember off the top of my head is a character named Pell. Also, I want to add this, but spoiler warning for One Piece Alabasta arc if any of you
I'm
guys
trying to
haven't watched
remember.
it, just
I'm trying to remember this guy. This guy was the one that he exploded.
case. Pell was a part of the Alabasta arc of One Piece. And towards the end of it, there was a bomb that was going to explode the
Yes.
entire city. So he decided instead of it doing that, he was going to take it to the sky and just sacrifice his life instead of everybody dying. Then boom, the bomb exploded and it looked like it completely obliterated him. But guess what?
Man,
In
this
the
guy's
next
so
couple of
strong.
episodes, it turns out he was alive. What type of mofo could take a Hiroshima blast to the face and be alive to tell the story? It got
Man,
so
this guy's the GOAT. If you think about it, how? Because this bomb could destroy the whole city, and he by himself could handle the bomb.
so bad to the point that fans started speculating that it was censored due to 9/11. Yes, this is a real story, I'm not joking. Because 9/11 happened around the time the chapter came out. People thought Oda censored it because 9/11 happened. But nah, it was definitely false because this happens about 10 other times in the story. The next trope we got in animes that annoy me is fan service. Now, fan service has always been a thing in anime since the end of time. If you don't know what fan service is, it's pretty much shot
Yes,
to anime
everybody
to
knows.
make niggas that are horny happy. But there's some animes
That's
where
why people watch anime. No, I'm not gonna say this, but that's the reason why half of the people watch anime. At least I don't
to the
know.
point that it just ruins the plot. Like, they could be in a dead-ass serious conversation of how they're going
Yeah,
to deal
and
with
it's gonna
something. Maybe
see
defeat the next major threat or villain in the
jiggling
universe. And some girl just comes out of
boobies.
nowhere with her milkers flying everywhere. You know it's
Yes.
bad when it gets to the point where it annoys the horny mofos. Like me. It gets me mad. That's a hard audience to piss off. And don't get it wrong, I like my occasional fan service in an anime, but I also actually like the plot itself, like the point of...
Wait, this was good.
And don't get it wrong, I like my
Wait.
occasional fan
Yeah.
service in an anime, but I
Let-
also act
It's time to enjoy some first fun
See, like the
service. Oh,
plot
come
itself,
on!
like the point
I
I'm
started
actually
to
watching
become
the show
dumb.
for. An example of an anime doing this all the time, and I mean
I can't
all
speak
of the
anymore.
time, is Fire Force. I can't really
Okay.
watch this shit anymore and take it serious. When you have a character whose main ability is supposed to be fighting with fire, but just beats people up by stripping nude, you know people aren't reading it for the plot at that point. Might as well just make the whole
What?
story that thing and rebrand it as a hentai. That'll make you more money in the long run. Now these next couple tropes I'm just gonna run
What?
through
Fire Force is like
real
that?
quick. And this next trope, I'm just gonna call it the
I didn't
clothing
watch
trope,
it, so I didn't
AKA
know.
when the characters wear the same clothes for the entire show. It's rare in some
I am like that. I'm using the same clothes every time.
animes that
I
they
am
even have
like
a
that.
single outfit change for some people. Let's see some examples real quick. This is Naruto in episode 1, and this is Naruto in episode 222. This is Tanjiro in
That's me. That's literally me. Every video I'm using the same black shirt.
episode 1, and this is Tanjiro in episode 26. This is Asta in episode 1,
Yeah.
and this is Asta in
That-
episode
that one I relate
153.
to
I know
it.
damn well them clothes
Yeah.
are musty as hell. Like Naruto, if you don't take off that goddamn sweatsuit, no wonder any kids didn't want to hang out with him. He probably smelled like ass. I wouldn't.
Yes,
The
that's
next
true.
trouble we got is the power of friendship.
And Luffy,
Every
Luffy's-
single time in a shonen anime where someone
changed
is
his
about to lose
clothes.
a fight, they instantly have a flashback of all their friends, gain 10 times more strength than normal. The villain somehow loosens up, and they manage to beat that person. Now, without saying names, I think we know which anime takes the
And
cake
this
on
this one is stupid because when you stop to think about the old times and me and my friend grabbing a beer, I don't know. When you think about that, going so much back in your mind, I think you get distracted. Like you start having ADHD during the fight.
this one. The next trope we got is when the female character just punches the main male character for no reason. I
this
honestly
one is
don't know why
good.
this pisses me
This
off.
one
Maybe
we
it just
like
gets me
it.
mad because usually the main character can beat the living pulp out of them if
This
they want.
one
Or
we
maybe
enjoy
just maybe it awakens the
as
innocent part in me.
gentlemen.
Either way, I don't know, but it's just gotta be a double standard. And the last trope I'm gonna end it on is the unused
Yeah.
side character.
When the guy punches the girl at her face like every time. That's a fun
It's when
anime.
there's a side character that has so much potential, sometimes it's damn near better than what the main character's power
Bet-
is. Like, I
oh
really
my
be
God.
watching them
This
use
is
their
one of-
abilities, and
this
I'm
is
like,
one of
damn,
the
yeah, there's
best
no way
fights
this nigga's
ever.
competing with this. But then they end up just getting thrown to the side and are never used again. I'm just here like, they really could have solved the problem way easier if they used this person's ability. But nope, they gotta give the main character his time to shine. So yeah, that's the conclusion of tropes I just find really annoying
Yeah, not
in
to,
anime.
but not just skill, not just like that, because everybody has a cool power, and but Natsu is doing everything by the end. But the guy's a dragon and he can breathe fire, so yeah, he can do
Probably way
everything.
more, but this
It's
is
a
just a little couple I can
very
think off the top of my
OP
head.
power, and I think this is the end of the video. Good video. I think I hate half of the tropes, and the other half I find really funny, like the girl punching the guy's face. I think this is funny. I don't know. I'm stupid.